So I changed my coil to something that has a lot more inductance, and it's running a lot more stably at 2.6 volts and 40 milliamps. And I'm able to put a scope across the blue is the collector, and the yellow is the base of the transistor. And I set up these to be multiples correctly. So it's at 2.6 volts. So yeah, I don't know. This is kind of a higher frequency now. 180 kilohertz. But still, for that, and I can turn up the power a little bit, and it does get slightly brighter. So 3.3 volts is still 40 milliamps. And I can touch this and they go brighter. And increasing the brightness there doesn't really affect the current draw. Well, it goes up slightly. I don't know if this is any brighter, but I'm up to 200 milliamps. Change this to a thicker gauge primary. It has much lower primary inductance than that one, which was the previous one. I guess those are slightly brighter. This is a different coil. It has double the primary windings, but it is also a thicker gauge wire on the primary. And still pretty bright, but I'm down to 9 milliamps. This one has the same number of turns on the primary, so the inductance on the primary should be the same. But I just checked it, and this is using 24 gauge on the primary. This is 20 gauge on the primary. This is 20 gauge on the primary. Again, touching this ball increases the brightness. That decreases the brightness, but the currents go up to 160 from 90. And if I turn my voltage back down, which I can't seem to get 2.7 now. That's at 60 milliamps. And that doesn't really affect it. But this is 100 microhenry. This is 80 microhenry. This is 37 microhenry. So this is double this, slightly, almost. And this is 1 millihenry. And 3. Secondary on this is 19 point something millihenry. This was 27. This is slightly less because the extra thick gauge wire used up some of the space. So what I did was I rewound the same count here but using 24 internally instead of this, so I can get the same secondary inductance as this. This is 27 millihenry. This is 19. This is like 12, I think, if I remember right. This one I had to touch to start. So I'll drain out the capacitor and start it. It starts right up.